KERV.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Royal treatment here.
Look at this.
Rolling out the blue and pink carpet for us.
Yep, follow the
Absolutely amazing.
This is an amazing apartment that you guys, what a sweet,
Welcome
sweet.
to Can.
Gorgeous,
Thank you, Lauri. Thank you. Show us around.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all right. Well, here we are.
Lauri, Christa, it's so nice to see both of you.
Nice to see you as well.
I love that.
Oh my God.
Wait, let's get a closer look.
All right. What do you
Seriously,
think?
yeah, this is.
We know how to bring.
Wait, is that AdTechGod? That's AdTechGod, isn't that?
It says pet.
You tell me. Is it AdTechGod?
AdTechGod is everywhere. We are omnipresent.
Absolutely. Gotta love it.
We are omnipresent. So,
All right.
everyone's talking AI. Where is KERV right now in the AI journey? Obviously, we're seeing every session seems to be AI focused, AI centric. You guys have been, when it comes to shoppable, when it comes to commerce, when it comes to video, AI has been relevant since day one for you guys. So
Yeah.
we'd love to hear more.
Yeah, absolutely. So 8 years into this journey, we're kind of native AI. AI is built into our product, not just our positioning.
I love that.
That's a great one.
No, but it's true.
It's very true. I think a lot of people are using AI. It is native to who we are, from our metadata and how we can recognize down to the pixel edge of every object in any video piece of content. But it's also how we operationalize and work with our brands and agencies. So the way that we bring our creative to life through interactivity, shoppability, and then dynamically layering on context. And then even just a performance engine. We're using AI in our everyday tools, hands-on keyboard, to make our ad units and campaigns more performative.
Well, when it comes to performative, when it comes to creativity, we are here in Cannes specifically.
Absolutely.
So, how about like the creative inspiration? How are you both, Lauri, Christa, how are you going to take this back to your clients? Because obviously the whole reason of doing hot yachts. Hot yachts. That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Is because we want to showcase to everybody back home what really takes place at Cannes. It's not just drinking rosé and being out in the sun. It's meeting after meeting after meeting and building relationships, building partnerships. Here we have one of your best partners. We have Open Influence with KERV. How are you going to bring back all of this momentum to your teams in the States and to your clients?
Well, Cannes turned into a really big creator marketplace. Everybody outside, everybody involved is a creator in some way, shape, or form. And what we do at Open Influence and how we complement what KERV is doing is we take and create content for organic purposes. And then how do we prove that it really works? So partnering with somebody like KERV helps us in that journey to make something shoppable and then obviously prove our ROI on the back end.
Yeah, I would just add, I think that's great, Christa. I mean, Cannes is the epicenter of creativity and commerce and ad tech. Because at the end of the day, every ad, every commercial that we create is supposed to inspire some type of action. And how we bring it to life, like we do a lot of prep work. I think everybody does think we're just coming to the south of France to drink rosé and sit on hot yachts. But there's a lot of prep. We work with our team on every meeting that we have planned, from demos and just getting the lay of the land with the business. But it's also a huge opportunity for us to hear a lot of our customers speak on panels. That's one of my favorite parts of Cannes is just all of the programming, because we can learn insights from our biggest customers that we can then take back to the team and say, look, this is what this company or this marketer is really concerned about or working on. So I do think that not just Cannes, but all of the events that we go to year long, they really are opportunities to build our pipeline and to be smarter about our customers' business.
That is such an amazing way to explain the overall principles and strategies of growing your business and helping your clients, your partners, and your brands at the same time.
Yeah, come on over to our living room.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of drinking rosé, I know. I haven't been drinking rosé all day, but I've been outside.
You can also grab a fan along the way.
Yes, we've got
Can
some
you do that? Like, how do we do
Okay.
the woo?
So
Yeah,
with
no, I
these-
don't have the move.
With these fans, this is reminding me of being down in Miami about 2 months ago with Jay Wolf. So thank you, KERV. Thank you, Jay.
There you go.
And Amy from Digital.
Oh, look at that.
Pro.
Oh,
that.
wow.
I'll take that out with me so that I'm not dying on the next round. So I was listening to you guys talk about like how to activate across different ways and get people to shop, to
Yep.
come to action. The other big buzzword that goes along with our industry, besides AI, of course, fragmentation. So how are you guys helping brands navigate that? Like fragmentation across screens, across platforms, across content, across context, all of those things. I could keep going. What's KERV do to help your clients and, with you as well? How do you guys fix that for them?
I would say this is where our contextual marketplace, our contextual alignment to the industry makes a lot of sense. Once we recognize every object down to the scene level, we're creating moments that matter most to the brands and advertisers. And I think at the end of the day, our research has shown that when a brand can connect with a consumer, when they are mentally in that state, watching, whether it's, home improvement shop, and a home improvement ad shows up, that contextual relevance and alignment and meeting that consumer where they are, I think that's how we bring relevance, and that's on all screens.
So that the ad experience isn't fragmented from the content and the context that the consumer's already sitting in.
Correct. And now, because of the fragmentation, actually any consumer can watch any long form movie or episodic or short form on any screen.
Yeah.
So the fragmentation across screens has changed. I think it has come together a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's bringing the right moment and the right message at the right time, which is what we've been talking about for like 20 plus years in our industry.
That's a great way to ease the fragmentation, and it sounds like it gives the user a more natural experience as well.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think, Christa, you were just talking about creating native content. I think that in general, brands are relying on influencers. The lines are getting blurred between influencer, media, commerce. How do you then, besides the fragmentation, help to bridge the gap between shopping and scrolling or consuming content? Like, how do you make that action happen that you've already talked about?
Well, we'd like to take creator marketing outside of what you just see on your desktop and your mobile phone. So we call it on the street. How do we take that content, go to CTV, put it on billboards? Organic content that we create with creators is social, and social is everywhere. And then obviously partnering with KERV for shoppable units. That gives us an action and drives the consumer closest to the purchase point, and also helps us measurement in terms of measurement and ROI.
So stopping the doom scrolling and getting people out and hitting purchase or going out to the stores and keeping the experience continuous, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I would add, so Chris and I we've known each other for a very long time.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, so we have. So pre-KERV and Open Influence, we work together, but storytelling has always been very core to what we are passionate about. And I love the fact that I do think that creator and influencer content is so authentic to the platforms that they're on. And I think these younger generations find and trust these influencers.
Yes.
And for us to be able to help a typical creator social video, tends to be vertical video, to bring that story to a television environment is really exciting.
Yes.
And then to be able to overlay our shoppability on top of it to allow the brand to ultimately be able to take that awesome creator asset and be able to make it shoppable and scalable.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the dream situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like brands have been trying to tell their story for ages to get people into the shops. Now you can basically deliver them to any shopping platform or any shoppable environment and keep the continuity of the story going. So that's awesome. So I was going to ask, and for your respective businesses or together, however you wish, what's one big bet for this year that you guys are doubling down on, and why? Why is it important?
I think it goes back to AI.
AI.
Everything that we do from a creator perspective, from a management standpoint, a measurement standpoint, how are consumers absorbing content? It's all about AI, and perfect example of why we're working with KERV.
Right.
Yeah, I might be a little more bold and say,
do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Be a lion.
You are bold.
Hot yachts.
I think it's all about smarter, creative, working harder. And our bet is that smarter creative can deliver outcomes,
Yeah.
and maybe smarter creative can be a future state currency
Yeah.
based on the outcomes that we think our smarter creative can deliver.
So smarter creatives delivering outcomes as a future currency.
Correct.
I think it's
all about
very
outcomes.
well said.
Outcomes-based future.
Yes.
I love it. That's really great, and I love how the two of you sort of tie your initiatives in with each other. It's
Well,
really
outcomes
great.
matter most, right?
At
There you
the
go.
end of the day, that is what matters most, our outcomes. So
Right.
Isn't that what advertising, we're in Cannes? This is what advertising is delivering.
we're talking about
Outcomes.
experiences, we're talking about
Yes.
creative,
Right.
and we're talking about commerce and being able to have it all go full circle. And these are the meetings. This is what we're bringing back to our teams back home.
Yeah.
So Lauri, specifically, how are top brands shifting their video strategies? You both said that you've worked with each other in the past. You've had a great partnership, friendship. We'd love to hear just the strategies that you both are seeing in terms of how video is changing and evolving.
Yours very big, but very simply on our side, we're seeing at KERV in particular, we're seeing a big shift from just passive video impressions to active outcomes. I mean, so it's all about a video strategy that works harder and smarter in a more lean in, I can take an action from whichever television screen or screen I'm watching.
And I'm working with short form, long form. It's really all dependent on how we're looking at it, but for us, it's also extending to different platforms that are trending. So it's always creating new opportunities or merging and partnering with all the platforms to get the consumers what they're looking for.
And specifically, Christa, in a world where obviously attention is so fragmented, and it goes back to what you were saying a few minutes ago about just finding those influencers that people trust, that they have, that come across as authentic, that are real people, that have real stories. What does high performing creative-led video actually look like in this world?
There's no right or wrong answer there.
That is the answer.
There really
That-
isn't.
that's-
It's a mom in Florida with 3 kids, and it could be a celebrity that's out in LA doing something great.
And cats.
Why can't it be a dad in Chicago?
It can
Come
be a
on.
dad in Chicago as well.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
But our point is, everybody's a creator in some way.
Totally.
And that gives us so much of an opportunity for the future of the creator economy in general.
We are very bullish on what KERV and Open Influence is doing together. You guys have a great partnership. We really appreciate you inviting us to your gorgeous penthouse suite that is overlooking the Qualset.
It's hotter than a yacht.
You could not be any closer to the lion.
You
Right
can't
out the
be-
window.
We will. Yeah, let's go check it
Should
out.
we go check it
Yeah,
out?
let's show
All
and
right.
tell.
Here we go.
Whoa. I mean, it's almost like you could reach out and touch it.
It might be right out the window.
Look at that.
Roar!